Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience.
Your health is so powerful. When you lose your health, you lose everything. You can lose your money, and you can get it back. But when you lose your health, look, I know people, multi-millionaires, even one billionaire, that has to the point in his life where they lost their health, meaning that they went to, well, they were losing it in a heavy way to cancer. And the amount of money they spent in treatments just to get their health back to a point of some kind of healing. I mean, it wasn't even completely healed, but he had to go through a lot of treatments. I mean, if you could just have heard the process, seen the process, and seen how much money they've spent. They have told me, very wealthy people, that they wish in their younger days that they would have paid more attention to their health, eating healthier, right? Spending that extra dollar on getting organic eggs versus not, because you're trying to save money, which is crazy because you're going to spend your money on your health at some level. You just got to decide where you're going to spend it. And the reality is nothing tastes as good as feeling good does. And on this show, we want to help you make those good choices so that you can make, and have the kind of life that you want to have, the kind of energy and the vitality that you want to have around your family and your coworkers and your loved ones and your friends. I mean, that's what life is all about. So on this show, we want to help you do that. You can go give us a call, 888-283-7272. We're always here for you. You can DM me on social media. Of course, all the outlets with TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can always check us out there. And don't forget, you can go to the website, believehealth.tv, right here on our own network, where we're excited to talk to you each and every day and encourage you and empower you. Now, you can give us a call. You can DM us. You can email us. There's all kinds of ways. Look, we just want to connect with you so we can encourage you, empower you, and equip you to live the kind of life that you were designed to live. Because at the end of the day, the reality is if the body can get sick, you can't get well. And you have to make the choice for that each and every day. What to eat, what to exercise or not exercise, to sleep in, right? Or get up and go get going with your day and to make things happen. So the reality is it kind of all lies in your hand. But I always say that the greatest gift and the greatest power that we were all given outside of so many other things created on this earth is we have the power to make a decision every single day. And we have that power in the palm of our hand. And we want to encourage you to do that. All right, now I'm going to go to the phones in just a minute. We've got so much to talk about today. I want to get into that. Tell you what, let's do this. Let's get on and talk with Ross. Hi, Ross. What is your health challenge?
Calling about how to detox your body, your system, your liver, gallbladder, etc. Thank you, and God bless.
God bless, man. Hey, so the reality is this. Detox, we talk about a lot. There's so many of them out there, first of all. Okay, in my book, which we're giving my book away for free, go to myfreehealthbook.com. That's myfreehealthbook.com. We'll give you a copy of that just to be a blessing to you, to be an encouragement to you. We want to see you thrive. And Ross, I'll tell you, when it comes down to detox, there's so many ways to do that and so many theories on how to do that. One of the main things I'll tell you, because there's like the lemon juice and the olive oil and the apple juice diet, and there's all these different things, right? Celery juice is the new thing. First of all, they all work because they're all working on cleansing out the liver and supporting the digestive system and making the body more alkaline. Preferably, over the years of seeing so many patients, I've come to a point where we have created what's called a reset. And we reset the body for about 20 days. And at the end of that, we get labs done and check and see what the microbiome looks like and different nutritional deficiencies in the body and check that out to get a good baseline. In my experience, that's one of the best ways to go. You can find that there at our website. It's right there. You just go to believehealth.tv. And you can easily find that. But the reality is this, that you have to get to a point, really, in detoxing the body. It's a system. So you do that, but really you want to get your body in a state all the time where it's detoxing, meaning by the water you're drinking, right? Getting enough water and the exercise that you get. Because when you exercise, you pump the lymphatic system. And as you pump that lymphatic system, it allows the body to naturally detox. It's our own body's natural detox system that I believe God gave us when he created this amazing machine, the human body. But the detoxing process is always happening, but the reset can help further along. Now, as we're talking about detoxing the body, I really like to get into that for just a minute. It's a great question. But when you do that, just make sure that I like to do kind of a heavier detox periodically, say 4 times a year. And then let the foods that you're eating, the exercise that you're doing, your lifestyle choices really make the difference the other, 12 months out of the other times out of the year that you haven't done that 20-day reset, as we call it. So detox is kind of an interesting word. It's kind of become a buzzword in the healthcare space. I like reset. It's just a better term because the body really is always, it's got its own detox mechanism. Your lymphatic system is its own detox mechanism. Like God put it there. It's amazing. Every time you walk, which is why in the hospital, if somebody's been in the bed for a long time, they want you to get up and walk. Not just for mobility, which is good, but it's also to pump your lymphatic system so the body begins to detox and it cleanses itself out, and it helps. Like when they've been pumping medications through you or whatever, it really helps to get the body in a good place so you can kind of clear things. Detoxing is something that the body does on its own, really, and that's kind of a cool thing. But we do things nutritionally that will help further things along, and that's kind of what we do with our reset. All right, now you give us a call. Go to the number 888-283-7272, but also right there on the screen, our website. Make sure to DM me. Look, so many people have been hitting up on social media. It's been amazing. So I want to thank you for that. But any Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all of them. We love catching up with you there. Now, we're going to go to the phones in just a moment. You can always give us a call. And, hey, we've also got healthcare providers in your area that believe the same way we do. And if we miss you for some reason on the show, or you want to email but you don't want to be on the show, but you need help, just let us know. We've got team members that can help you all over the country and get you going. All right, email came in. Let's go to that for just a minute. Norma in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. She said, for months, I've suffered with insomnia. And what do I do to be able to sleep without getting or using medication? All right. That's a great question. So many people, I'll tell you, so many people struggle with sleep. And I have to tell you that in kind of the pillars of healthcare and like what to do as far as eating and exercise and all of that mindset, I think sleep is probably one of the top. Because if you're not sleeping, your body can't recover from what's happened throughout the day. The negative cells or the bad cells that die off every single day because they're constantly dying off, and the new cells that are forming, it becomes a challenge for the body to rid those cells. And also it becomes a challenge if you can't sleep enough for all the hormones to regenerate, the microbiome to regenerate. Because remember, your gut health is very dependent on everything. Like everything in the body is dependent on the gut. And if the gut's not healthy, look, you're not healthy. And when you sleep, when we go without food for that period of time, which is a good thing, then the body is allowed to kind of reset itself, restore itself, and so much happens while we're in that process. So I want to encourage you that if you're not sleeping, here's some tips that can really help, okay? And I'm glad you emailed us that, Norma. So here you go. I'm going to give you 3 tips. Number 1 is you got to make sure that your circadian rhythm is working well. Now, what is that? It's the body's own natural clock. If the circadian rhythm's off, you're not going to sleep as well. How do you fix that? Well, number 1 is you want to dim all the lights in your home about 2 hours before bed. Completely dim them down. Number 2, get rid of all these tablets, the devices, the phone. I know it's hard. I don't care about the yellow light, the amber light, the nightshade light, whatever. Put the phone down. It's the stimulation of the brain in general that way. Read a book. Okay, wind it down. And for your kids, for sure, kids and grandkids, definitely before they go to bed, do not let them lay in there in bed with their phone. The other thing, too, is you got to build up and get your melatonin levels where they need to be. After the age of 45, our melatonin levels begin to really go down. So most studies suggest about 1 milligram of melatonin can be very, very helpful. And you can work your way up, okay? That we can work your way up. But the pineal gland, as it decreases in its ability, that's, the melatonin level is not being produced as much. And that's something that you want to definitely focus in on is melatonin and getting enough of that in. So 1 milligram typically is enough to do that. But those are the main keys. Okay, you've got to dim the lights, you've got to focus on that circadian rhythm, and you have to make sure avoid caffeine, that sort of thing, but about 2 hours, 3 hours really before bed, and hydrate during the day. Half your body weight in ounces of water every single day can make a massive difference when it comes to your overall health and especially sleep.
If you're looking for increased strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found today. Now, creatine is not just for athletes. You've probably heard that before, but concrete, creatine hydrochloride, is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University. And I've taken it ever since my college years. And it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Now, I've got to say this. I'm so excited that you're with us. Like this show, it's all about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. If the body can get sick, it can also get well. You don't have to worry so much about the past. Like if you made a bunch of bad decisions, you gained a bunch of weight, you're on 3 medications, look, don't worry about it. Like put that in the past. Focus on today. That's your gift. All right, your gift is today. Your gift is what you do today, the choices that you make today, what you decide to do today with you and your health and your body. Because if you didn't exercise but you started today, great. If you had junky fast food meals for the last 6 months but you had one healthy meal today, great. I just want to get you started. That's the key. On this show with our team, and by the way, if you haven't joined our health club, you need to. Go to the website, go to believehealth.tv, and absolutely join our health club. Our health club is a group of people. It's a community. Now, I get inside there once a week and teach, so you'll get good interaction with me, and it's live, right? So we can chat and see each other face, back and forth. The VIP section always gets a Zoom lead, so you can actually zoom in from whatever device you're on, and we can chat and talk. It's really great. What I love most about it, though, more than anything in our health club, is the interactions with people, right? So if you struggle with diabetes and somebody else has too, it's one thing for me to give you all these tools about how to overcome diabetes and beat that sort of thing. That's great. But when you have somebody that's already done it, the proof's in the pudding. They've already been pushing through. They already know the drill. They know what it takes, the sweat equity of what it takes to really push through that and win that battle. So the health club, that's where it's at. That's where everybody is that I believe is making a strong difference. Now, we're going to go to the phones. Remember, you can always give me a call. You can DM me at any of the social media outlets, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all those, or just go send us an email. Go to believehealth.tv, and you can send it right there. All right, let's go to the phones and talk to Amanda. Hi, Amanda.
What are some good tips to get things started, just to get people motivated and take that first leap?
That's a great question. The first thing I would say to get started and to just jump off the cliff, if you will, or jump in the pool and don't care about the temperature of the water, is the want to, your desire, your why. You've got to figure that out. You've got to know what your why is before you even get in this path. Because if you just say, hey, I just want to get, I just want to lose a couple pounds, or if you're not very specific in what you want, like if you're on 3 medications, you want to be on no medications, right? If you want to lose 30 pounds, you want to fit into a dress, you want to wear a pair of pants that you haven't worn in 20 years. Whatever it is, write it down, put it in front of you, or if it's on your phone, look at it 3 times a day. You have to have a goal. Your mindset is number 1. Number 2 is I would focus on exercise 6 days a week, nothing less. Nobody wants to talk about that, but you got to do something 15 minutes a day, 6 days a week, never miss, always, rain, sleet, or snow, uphill, both ways. I mean, no excuses. Like, I don't care if you're in Minnesota, Antarctica, or you're down, in South Africa. I mean, wherever you are, if it's super hot or super cold, get out, make it happen. Like, no excuses. The other thing I would tell you is this, is on your eating habits, follow an anti-inflammatory based diet. Now, there's a lot of different diets out there. I'm giving away my book, so get a copy of it for free. Go to myfreehealthbook.com, and we'll send you a copy for free, just to help you in your journey. But the anti-inflammatory diet is very balanced. I like it because, I created it for people to know what to do, to have that balance in their lives, and to know the macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, getting equal amounts of those, the right kind of carbs, staying away from the wrong kind of carbs, eating the right kind of fats, and that fats are okay. Fats aren't going to make you fat unless you eat a ton of it, and then the right kind of proteins and how important protein is. So eating the anti-inflammatory diet, getting your exercise in, having the right kind of mindset. I would say the 4th thing would be to hydrate. Half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. If you weigh 200 pounds, 100 ounces of water every day. That will get you going exactly down the right road to success. I am so glad you're with us. Look, this show is about you. It's about your health, and it's about your life. We want to help you reach your potential and become the best version of you, no matter what. So whatever you're struggling with, whatever you came here with, whatever your doctor diagnosed you with, whatever they've told you that's never going to go away and you're going to be on medications for the rest of your life. Look, your body is designed in an amazing way where it can regenerate every single day. Each day, old cells die off, new cells form. We get a brand new body about every year. If you realize that and you understand that, right, like you get it, then you know that it doesn't matter about your past. It matters about today. And what you do today and the choices you make today, that's what matters. So the tips that we give you here on the show, we want to help you win. We want to help you become that best version of you. And I want you to know that whatever you came here with and wherever you tuned in, however you've tuned in whatever way you've tuned in, that it's okay. That you come to a place where it's okay. And It's a place where you can grow. If you haven't joined our health club, look into our health club. Go to the website. You'll see it. Our health club is an amazing community of people that will wrap their arms around you, help you. There is people that have gone through high blood pressure and high cholesterol and diabetes. They've lost weight, lost 100 pounds, and they can help you in this journey walk through it yourself, which is really one of the greatest tools you could ever ask for, especially because it's one thing for me to tell you, it's another thing for somebody else to tell you. I mean, there's nothing more powerful than that. Now, you can always give me a call, 888-283-7272, or just go to the website, believehealth.tv. I want to talk about something real quick because, again, we talk about the whole body, right? Mind, body, spirit. I mean, I get into all these topics on the show because I believe it's important. You can't just talk about cod liver oil and your gut health, right? It's important. Those things are important, but that's not the whole person. I mean, health is whole. Health means wholeness, right? Wellness actually means wholeness. So we want to talk about the whole person. And I want to talk about anger for just a minute. They've come out with a study. And have you ever been around somebody that's just angry all the time? Just so you know, we all have an emotional home, a place where we like to be. Now, we all have emotions. So you may get sad, or you may get happy, or you may get angry, or whatever. But we all have an emotional home. So wherever you go for 5 minutes, if it's laughter or sadness or whatever, you're going to go back to your home. And a lot of people have anger as a home, and they live there. Well, I want to encourage you that they have found, and you may already have heard this, but they have found that anger, especially multiple episodes in a day, gives you almost a 50% increase in risk of heart attack. Now, again, I'll give you one of the greatest tools you can ever have with health that no one talks about, and it's forgiveness. So whatever you've got going on, whoever you're angry at, or if you just love being angry, it's time to stop. It's time to find a new home. Like right now, we're in a great market. Time to sell, right? It's a seller's market. Sell the house. Get a new house. Sell the house of anger. All right, let's get a happy house, right? Let's let joy and happiness be the new home and get rid of anger if you want to live long. Look, the key to longevity, without a doubt, is your mindset. I would say if there's a pyramid or a tier, it's going to be your mindset. It's going to be the way you think, the way you respond to the world, whether it's in anger, happiness, or joy. That's going to be your key. And you can sit around and talk about eating wheatgrass all day long, but if your mindset's not right and you're angry and you're hacked off at everybody all the time, there is no way you're going to live your best life. There's no way you're going to live long and live strong. And on this show, we want to help you get there to reach your potential and become the best version of you. Sell the house.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today. Did you know that you can listen to the Asa RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're with us. This show is about you. It's about your health and your life. Remember, it's all about you becoming the best version of you to reach your potential. That's what that's what we're here for. And we're here for you, look, each and every day. No matter how you've tuned in, wherever you are, however you are, if you're listening, watching, whatever, we're just glad that you're here. And we want to know this is a home. It's a home base for you to really be able to thrive, to really be able to make it, to really be able to get to that next level. So if you need to lose weight, we're here. If you need to come off medications, look, we can't do that for you, but we can teach you better lifestyle methods so that your body can get better. Medicine manages, and like things like high blood pressure and diabetes and cholesterol does a great, great job. However, you don't want to be doing that forever, right? So something got you to the point, more than genetics, that got you to a point where you had to take those medications. So we want to encourage you, give you the tools. That way you can go to your primary care docs or whoever your provider is and talk to them and be like, hey, I want to start working on my eating, my exercise, and I want to get my lifestyle in order. And when you do that, they love it because they're like your head coach and they want to like get in the trenches with you, but they can't be with you every single day. I can. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to like drill it into you, right? To suplex you on the mat and say, here we go. We're going to make this happen because it's hard. I mean, there's some days where it's not hard and there's some days where it's really hard. I get it. I mean, I've been working out forever and I haven't missed a day of going to the gym since I started at 17 years old. And that is the truth. Even the night before a knee surgery, I was doing legs at 11 p.m. at night, before I had surgery at 6 a.m. so I could get one more in. And the day of my surgery, I was doing upper body off crutches about 8 that night, the following. So I'm that person. But the good news is I'm kind of qualified to push you in that, right? So I'm a no excuses kind of guy. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's tough, and no disrespect, but when you've got an overweight doctor that's telling you how to lose, trying to tell you how to lose weight, it's a little bit challenging, right? Or if you got a doc that smokes, but they're really smart, which I see a lot of, I don't understand how you're really smart if you're still smoking. I don't get it. Anyway, if you've got one of those in your life, maybe find a different doc, because you need somebody that lives it so that they can be an encouragement to you. Or if they're just a specialist and you see them once a year, no big deal. Whoever you're going to have on your day-to-day and that works with you on the regular, you need to have somebody that lives it so they understand what healthy lifestyle really is. And look, at the end of the day, focus in on one thing. Focus on the fact that you want to get well, that you want to live well, that you want to be your best version. And always believe, never give up on your thoughts about knowing that you want to lose 10 pounds, 50 pounds, 30 pounds, that you want to get your blood pressure in check, that you want to be around for your kids and your grandkids. What is your why in this whole journey with health? A lot of people just want to know, hey, tell me what to eat. Okay, but what's your bigger goal? Right? Because, I mean, if you don't have a bigger why, let me tell you something. When you go to, like, chicken and broccoli, that's not going to last very long. You're going to get sick of it. You're going to be back on pizza and hot wings before you know it. So you better have a big why. And if you don't believe that, that's why so many people today are sick. Look, when I started doing this whole thing, radio, television, all of it, you know, almost 2 decades ago, when I started doing this, I realized something. It was like, I think it was like 60% of Americans or 58% of Americans were overweight, right? And like 25% were obese. Well, now, 2 decades later, we're at like 75%, almost 80% of Americans are overweight, which is crazy. And then like 40% are obese, which it means like you're so overweight, it's causing you to have diabetes and all these other conditions. So on this show, we're here to shake it up and help you get going in the best way so that you can thrive and get to a place where you're not going to be stuck. Okay, and we're going to help you make the right kind of choices. You can give me a call, 888-283-7272. You can go to our website. Look, send me a DM, an email, whatever it is. We'll make you part of the show in some way or capacity. Okay, go to believehealth.tv. That's Believe Health TV. You can check that out, and we'll be here for you. And we're going to go to the phones in just a moment. I'm going to grab some of your calls. But first, I want to hit an email. Marty in, Los Angeles, California says, I noticed a little blood in my urine. What can I do? All right, Marty, one of these things, here's the deal. Blood in the urine is immediate. Go to your primary care physician and get a urine test, okay? It's called a UA, urinalysis. That will help you determine what's going on. And I'll tell you, one of the things we're talking about blood and urine. We've been talking about that. We had a great email that came in for that. And when you have blood in the urine, it is so important to look. There are things that you can just start eating healthier and be great. But there are certain things that when you see these, have these, and these symptoms come on, you've got to go to your physician. There's so many people that don't want to take medicine. I get it. I don't want to take medicine, right? I'll do everything I can to teach you how to do things as natural as possible. But there are times that you need it. Medicine's pretty amazing, especially when it comes down to emergency situations. So if you have blood in the urine, you know, it could be something as simple as a kidney stone. It could not be something that simple, okay? So that's why you got to get it checked out. Really, always believe the word. And this is like goes against my entire nature. But in medicine, they teach us, and in healthcare, kind of to always believe the worst. When you see a set of tests or symptoms, then work your way backwards. I'm always like the hope guy. I believe the best all the time, right? So you really do, though. Think about it with your health. You see blood in the urine. Okay, it could be cancer. Let's just say it, okay? Well, let's go get the testing done. We'll work our way back. Oh, it's just a kidney stone. You see? And then you go home and everybody's happy. You're happy. Doctor's happy. Everybody's happy. Nobody wants to see the C word. Now, it's like not a cuss word, but it kind of is, right? No one wants to hear the C word. I don't even like saying the C word, not even here, and I'm a doctor. So, all right. But anyway, make sure there's times when you need to go see a doctor, you go see the doctor. Like, it's just super, super important. All right, make sure, give us a call right here on the show. The number's right there, 888-283-7272. And also, hey, we're giving away my book for free. Did you know that? So if you don't have my hard copy book that is a bestseller, you've got to get it. It's got the anti-inflammatory diet in there. We're giving it to you for free just to be a gift, to bless you, to help you, to get you on your journey and get started. Go to myfreehealthbook.com. It's myfreehealthbook.com. You can check it out there. Let's get on the phones. Let's go to Stella. Stella, what is your health challenge?
I suffer from a Hiroshima syndrome or disease with my thyroid. I need to know what would be a good diet for this. I am under the care of an endocrinologist.
Okay. So with Hashimoto's, you got to remember something with that, okay? It is a autoimmune condition. So in an autoimmune condition, the main thing you got to remember is that the body thinks something is wrong with that set of tissue, all right? So the thyroid gland sits right here, okay? Right by my necklace here, right in the neck, and behind your Adam's apple, kind of. And it's so important to the body. Like, it controls your heart rate and rhythm, your metabolism. It controls your mental clarity. Like, those are the three main things that it does, and that's a big deal. Like, the quality of life, really, that little thyroid gland is a big deal. Hashimoto's thyroiditis is where the immune system thinks something's wrong with the thyroid, so it comes in and it starts attacking it, okay? Attack. And it thinks something's wrong. So they give you medications to kind of block that and slow that process down. So what do you do? Well, and obviously there's things that can be done. I would look into iodine. It's a trace mineral that most people don't have enough of, especially women. Women need like 450 micrograms a day. Men, we only need like 150. Okay, because you need it for things like breast tissue, ovaries, and your thyroid gland. So I would look into that and get a test done to see what your iodine levels are. That's number one. Number two is you got to figure out what side of what we call the autoimmune response is actually being affected. Because you have the T1 side and you have the T2 side. And you're like, what is that? Well, there are actually two different sides that have to be looked at when you're dealing with autoimmune. One side is active, one side's dormant, like it's not working. And with autoimmune, you can't just get rid of it, okay? It's not like you can't cure it because it's genetic. It is one of the things in the body that is like, dang it, it's genetic, right? So you can't go in there and just cure it. However, you can go in and put a dimmer switch on it. You can get that dimmer switch on there, then you can turn it down, and the symptoms can be so minimal you wouldn't even know you had it. Once you figure out what the T1 side or the T2 side is, then you'll be able to figure that out. We've got a whole system for that. If you need to talk to one of our health coach providers, they can walk you through that process. But it's good that you're seeing your physician on this because it has to be handled in many different ways. But it's something that can be beat. Now, I tell you, we're talking about Hashimoto's thyroiditis. The thyroid gland is so vital. And it really can, if it's autoimmune, it can be beat in a sense that you can put a dimmer switch on it and get the symptoms to be almost nothing. It's one of those things where you're like, man, it's genetic. And there's so many things that are not genetic. Like probably I would say maybe 5 to 10% of most things that people deal with are genetic. Everything else is pretty much our lifestyle that does it, our environment, and if you get control of those areas, then you can really do well with your health. But if you really stay on path with just following what's going on with your genetics and just you just kind of throw your hands up in the air, there's no way to go. Like most things can be overcome. That's why I call them health challenges instead of disease, because I believe that so many of us can really overcome these challenges if we know what to do, if we have the tools. You know, that's really what it comes down to, is having the right tools to be able to know what you can and you can't do. All right. If you haven't got a copy of my book, go to myfreehealthbook.com. We'll send you a copy to just make it part of your life. Go to our website, go to believehealthtv.com. You can check everything out there. Now, let's talk about our kids for just a minute. Kids' health is really important. If you're a parent, you're a grandparent, then you know. And I think now more than ever, I think 1.5% of Americans actually eat fruits and vegetables. So think about that for a minute. Okay, and I don't care if you're like, well, my kid does every single day. Okay, but the statistic is that.
Want to turn back the clock 15 years and have more energy? This is Dr. Asa telling you to just breathe with LiveO2. LiveO2 delivers the right amount of oxygen we need for optimal health. Go to liveO2.com. That's liveO2.com.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Now, make sure to send us an email if you want. You can do it there. Listen, and some people don't want to be on the show. That's okay. Whatever. If you need us in any way, we're here for you. We want to see you reach your potential and become that best version of you in every way. So you can DM us. Any of my social media, you can DM us, right? Like TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, any of those. YouTube, if you want to post a comment, say, hey, call us. We'll get in touch with you. Like my staff, my team, health coach providers, we will be there for you all on the way to help you really, get where you need to go. Because at the end of the day, if you're stuck, you need to lose weight, you're tired of taking the medications, you don't have the energy that you used to have, the vitality, your libido's gone down, maybe things need to come up, your relationships are not what they should be, and we want to help you get there. It's all about your choices that you make every single day. Your choices matter more than anything. I can't drill that in enough. Like, you have to make, the good news is it doesn't matter the choices you made yesterday, you can make brand new ones today. Oh, and if you haven't joined our health club, make sure go check out our website and get in that community so you can be around other people that believe the same way you do. It's so important. Like, to have community, that's what I want to talk about. And really, a health club, it's that place where if you've had diabetes and you're like, man, I don't know if anybody understands what I'll go through. They will. If you need to lose 100 pounds, there's somebody in there that's lost 100 pounds. They can take you by the hand and they can walk with you in that process. Maybe you just need to come off of blood pressure medication because you're tired of it and you're like, I'm tired of weighing 30 pounds extra, and that might be the main reason that's causing that. I mean, look, all the studies have shown that if you lose just 5 pounds, most people, their blood pressure will drop between 10 and 15 points. 5 pounds. 5. You seen that? 5. Not 50. Like, you just got to put in the work. Anybody can lose 5 pounds, right? My dog can lose 5 pounds. Anybody can lose 5 pounds, right? So just do the work. I want to see you win. That's the key. Without a shadow of a doubt, I want to see you win. And, I really just, let me get to this because I want to hit on it. Let's get on to the calls in just a minute. I need those to come back up. So 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call. We'll make you part of the show. And look, you can always DM me. That's the big thing. Go to any of the social media outlets. You can DM me, and we'll make you part of the show. I can answer you in private, whatever you need. Just let us know. Now let's get on the phones, and let's go to Kelsey. Hi, Kelsey. What is your health challenge?
And I'm calling in regards to knee stiffness, arthritis, and what you can do to get the inflammation down. And I have problems with circulation as well in my legs. So I was just wondering what I can do to actually get the inflammation down and get circulation moving throughout my leg. Because when I sit for like 10 minutes, it seems like I get so stiff in the knee. And it takes me a minute to start walking for everything to loosen up.
Yeah, so that's a great question. When you have that stiffness that you're talking about, if you've just sat for 10 minutes and your body's so stiff and your knees hurt so bad when you stand up, it's like, it takes you time to kind of get things moving. There's a lot nutritionally going on inside the body that's creating a lot of that inflammation that needs to be addressed. Now, the first thing is your movement and your daily movement needs to increase tremendously, whatever that means. Now, I would start with exercise at least 15 minutes, 6 days a week. Like, if you're over the age of 35, you have to get to a point where you're like, it's just a part of your life, like from here on out. There is no, I don't really want to. There is none of that. You have to get to a point where you're going to focus and you're going to exercise. And that's going to help with all your joints, knees, everything, ankles, hips, low back, all of it. We know that movement creates so much for the body's mobility. It's just vital. Now, the other thing is internally, nutritionally, I would start looking at things like collagen. Collagen is really, really important. It's a protein that our joints really thrive on. And I would look at collagen, also glucosamine, in around 1,500 milligrams with chondroitin. That has got research. Now, here's the deal with that. It works for some people, others it does not. So it just depends. Get a blood test done for vitamin D is another good thing the research says. Getting your blood test done for vitamin D to know where your numbers are and get to a point where you understand, okay, you want to be between about 60 and 90 on a blood test. Never below that, okay? That's really important because if vitamin D levels are low and they're tanked on most people, when we see the blood test for most people, it is really rock bottom. So we got to get to a point where your vitamin D tests are up, and so you get your body to a point where those levels are strong. It's going to help your joint health all the way around. Boron is another really good mineral. Manganese is another really good mineral that we're deficient in for the most part. That really does help And then finally, with your joints, don't forget about turmeric, okay? It's that yellow powder that we make curry out of. I like the capsules because it is kind of messy and it stains whatever you put it on. But you do the capsules, and the research behind turmeric with joint health and inflammation and lowering inflammation in the body and anti-cancer, all of that is just phenomenal. Like it's one of those things that we all need to be taking every single day regardless, I think. But look into that, because when it comes down to joint health, it's all about the nutrition and the movement. Don't forget your water as well. Now, we're going to talk about one of my favorite foods. It smells terrible, so if I'm going to be around people, I usually don't eat them a lot. But they're onions, and onions have just amazing benefits. Like onions and garlic, they're kind of the same family, but they have some amazing components. Now, they have this thing called quercetin in them. That's an antioxidant. It's one of the top antioxidants in it, but here's the deal. It's got strong anti-inflammatory benefits. So if you deal with joint pain, if you deal with inflammation in the body at any level, onions are really, really great. The other thing is they've been shown for just about every single cancer to be cancer preventative in a major way, like by 20-30% just by eating onions. So major in the cancer category, really strong on the anti-inflammatory benefits. And guess what else? It helps to build collagen, which is a protein. It contains that in there, and it's really good for the joints. So all the connective tissue within our joints, knees, hips, low back, disc, everything, it's really good at helping to build that. So when you're eating onions, you're eating foods that are giving your body the tools. And that's really what it comes down to, that I think. I mean, it comes down to eating the kind of foods that you want to eat the right foods to get the right tools. And onions do that. So onions are amazing. It's something that you can add to anything. Cook with them. You can add them to sandwiches. You can put them in salads, the whole 9 yards. And it doesn't matter. I know what you're thinking right now. You're like, is it the purple one or is it the white one? Look, in this study they did, they all work, right? They all work. It's kind of like apples. Like don't make this hard, right? The red apple, the yellow apple, the green apple, the Granny Smith apple. Look, just eat an apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Not the red, not the green. Like, I get the, because people DM me right now. My phone's probably blowing up with things like, which color should we be doing? You don't have to be stuck. Look, it's real simple. This whole health thing is not hard. You know what's hard is you making a good choice every single day. What's hard is you deciding to exercise or not. That's what's hard. You got to overcome that, not what color onion you need to be eating. And that's something that everybody struggles with. They struggle with it in a major way, and they try to figure out, and they get down in the details, and they get their diary out, and they're journaling everything. It is good to journal. It's good to write down what you ate. I do ask people to do that. It's a good thing. But one of the things I want to encourage you with is keep this thing simple. Eat healthy every single day. Add these kind of foods we talk about to your eating strategy on a regular basis. Exercise every single day, and don't let anything get in the way of it. And drink half your body weight in ounces of water every single day. Don't let anything get in the way of that. If you weigh 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces. It's not hard. And just go to bed at night and get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. It's not hard. Life can be tough, but you can always make the right decisions if you stay in charge of you and don't let everybody else get in the way of you becoming the best version of you. Remember, to reach your potential, number one, you have to always believe.
Did you know you could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora? For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over, but check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.